The names Morgan Tsvangirai, Gibson Sibanda, Welshman Cube, Fletcher Dulenin Cube and Isaac Matongo have been immortalized in some sections of Zimbabwe's political discourse. Against all odds, they formed the Movement for Democratic Change, MDC, in 1999, a vibrant political party that mounted the first serious challenge against Robert Mugabe. Openly declaring to challenge Mugabe was by no means an easy feat, but the MDC, under Tsvangirai, was determined. 1 year after its formation, the MDC won 57 seats in the 2000 parliamentary election, compared to ZANU-PF's 62. In the coming years, the opposition's popularity continued on an upward trajectory. This was evident in the party's performances during plebiscites. Despite several splits, starting with the one in 2005, the MDC maintained its space as the dominant opposition outfit in the country. Not anymore. The just-ended March 26 by-elections have all but placed a final nail on the MDC's coffin. Its leader, Douglas Mwonzora, still believes the party will rise from the ashes after the battering from the recently held elections. The party's failure to secure a single seat in all contested areas paints a gloomy picture. Analyst Jethro Mackham said MDC is now dead in the water. The MDC as an emblem of opposition politics in Zimbabwe is gone, never to rise again. What remains now are a shameless bunch of political cuckolds fawning over ZANU-PF trinkets, Mackham said. Another analyst, Lazarus Saudi, concurred with Mackham, saying, "The co-optation of the MDC into ZANU-PF signaled the end of the brand that was created and maintained over the years by Morgan Tsvangirai." The performance of the MDC in the by-elections put the final nail in its coffin. Douglas Mwonzora destroyed that party. He finished it. While the MDC has been left to lick its wounds, its nemesis, the Citizens Coalition for Change, CCC, led by Nelson Chamisa, is in a celebratory mood. CCC won 19 out of the 28 National Assembly seats, with the remaining 9 seats going to the ruling ZANU-PF party, which still enjoys a parliamentary majority. The recently launched political outfit also won 75 council seats out of the 120 that were up for grabs. The citizens are very clear. They have made a bold statement that they believe in the CCC. "We are marching towards a two-thirds majority come 2023 election," Chamisa told a press conference earlier this week. However, this victory should not be seen as a guarantee for another win in the 2023 election. The performance of CCC is significant and recognizable. However, the party needs to work hard. It needs to mobilize grassroots support. Winning the by-election does not guarantee to win in next year's national elections, Saudi added. While the CCC basks in the glory of election victory, a fundamental reality stares the party in face. Statistics have shown that a significant number of youths did not participate in the elections. Whether they were not registered voters or chose not to participate in the process is something the opposition has to find out and come up with a concrete strategy. Drawing large crowds during campaigns is one thing, and having voters casting their votes in your favor is another. Thus, parties have to strategize on how to convince the youths to participate in the electoral process. Another political analyst, Tinos Jujuju, said, "Inclusive political participation is not only a fundamental political and democratic right, but is also crucial to building stable, peaceful societies and developing policies that respond to the specific needs of younger generations." For young people to be adequately represented in political institutions, processes, and decision-making, and in particular in elections, they must know their rights and be given the necessary knowledge and capacity to participate in a meaningful way at all levels. The ruling ZANU-PF party, however, believes the CCC's victory is just a fluke and poured water on conclusions that the Chamisa-led party will cause an upset come 2023. ZANU-PF Secretary for Publicity Chris Tsvangirai said over 2 decades of neglect of citizens by the opposition invited the wrath of long-suffering urban citizenry at the expense of Nelson Chamisa and his party. The electoral jury is out. Come the 2023 harmonized elections, ZANU-PF envisages an electoral tsunami that will drown the foreign-spawned opposition and its reliance on alien sponsorship, Tsvangirai said. President Emmerson Mnangagwa has a reason for a measure of smugness. His hopeful message of urban renewal is hitting the tuneful chords in our towns and cities. The urban appeal of the mantra "Zimbabwe is open for business" is energizing entrepreneurial flair. President Emmerson Mnangagwa said incessant dogfights within opposition handed the ruling party a propitious chance to pick more National Assembly seats, thus boosting its 2/3 majority in parliament. Analyst Gibson Nicodzino said the biggest winner in the just-ended by-elections was ZANU-PF. When you look at the national total vote, the difference between ZANU-PF, 9 seats, and the opposition, 19 seats, is 1/400 votes. So in 9 constituencies, ZANU-PF showed that it has the capability to mobilize an opposition stronghold, Nicodzino said. ZANU-PF members have an appetite to vote as compared to members of the opposition, which works in the ruling party's favor. Additionally, ZANU-PF offers more in terms of ideological persuasion as compared to the opposition. The Nika Inavakwa Naveen Vayo, a country is built by its owners, mantra has been appealing to people, yet the opposition is a party that does not belong to any ideological inclination, he added. Nicodzino further noted that in 2023, ZANU-PF will continue to make inroads into opposition strongholds. Another key takeaway from the election is general voter apathy, and analysts believe this exhibits lack of trust on elections and electoral processes by Zimbabweans. A lot needs to be done by political actors, ZEC, as the referee, political watchdogs like the Zimbabwe Election Support Network and Election Resource Network, and the media to conscientize citizens, build trust, and stimulate interest in political and electoral processes, Saudi said.